Zack Snyder captures headlines, this time from mainstream outlets, talking about the return of the SnyderVerse. And Zack Snyder capitalizes on this like Kanye West on his 5th apology tour. Chris Pratt wanted to be Batman? They shut him down faster than your mom's friend request to her Pilates teacher. James Gunn divides fans with Batman Brave and the Bold decisions. Could this be the end of the DCU like Uncle Ben after giving advice? James Gunn may end up directing Batman Brave and the Bold? According to industry insider Jeff Snyder, it's likely. Jason Momoa confirms no future plans for Lobo after Supergirl, and hints solo projects will depend on the Supergirl box office. Let's get into it. Mixed news for Zack Snyder fans, but the first one has them excited. Major news outlets have been covering the Snyderverse. Fandom Wire released an article titled Zack Snyder DC comeback rumor gains steam amid Warner Brothers sale turmoil. This was picked up by Geeks and Gamers, who has a massive audience and recently launched a news site. Treat these guys with skepticism, however. And this is largely coming from a Cosmic Book News report where they claim insiders say demand for Justice League sequels are high and that there are active plans to make it a reality. To quote them directly, from what I've been told, Zack Snyder's Snyderverse is fully back in play with the WBD sale to Paramount. The Saudis are still involved, while the hope is that if Netflix ends up buying WBD, Snyder could do The Dark Knight Returns with Ben Affleck. I want to emphasize something though. In my opinion, Cosmic Book News has been a purveyor of fake news, and it shocks me they have been cited as a source by some of these outlets. Their success record, in my opinion, is that of a drunk Reddit moderator. Several years ago, they spread a fake story that Bryan Cranston signed on to do a multi-project deal as Lex Luthor. That obviously never happened. If you ask Grok, is Cosmic Book News a reliable site? It says, based on extensive online discussions and critiques, Cosmic Book News is widely regarded as an unreliable source, particularly for news on comics, movies, TV, and gaming. They said Ezra Miller was being recast. That never happened, and they've even previously mocked the return of the Snyderverse. However, there is another side to it. The Guardian, a major mainstream outlet, once called Cosmic Book News a usually reliable source and credited them with predicting Ben Affleck being cast as Batman in the Snyderverse. They were right. Zack Snyder capitalized on this by hyping up IMAX Batman by sharing a never-before-seen photo from Batman v Superman with the caption, "The retained detail and physical scale of the image are overwhelming in person." This is after hinting at the Dark Knight Returns movie, a project he personally said he would be willing to return to the DCU to direct. Fans have speculated Netflix would use this as a testing ground to see if there's interest in finishing the Justice League sequels and other DCEU projects. Batman talk has been front and center when discussing the DCU. James Gunn defends controversial writer that has been unofficially confirmed to be writing Batman Brave and the Bold. For many, this is confirmation that she is in fact writing Batman Brave and the Bold. Her DC scripts include the canceled Batgirl film, The Flash, Birds of Prey, and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. That last one is one of the worst superhero titles ever, but I digress. James criticized anyone who maligned her and said that she's already had large involvement in the DCU. Fans of the channel know that I am a big defender of the DCU and enjoy James Gunn. On this one, though, it's difficult to support this. The Flash had some good Batman scenes, but also some of the worst ones ever in live action, and I do blame the writing for that. An example of that is Keaton's Batman, who is established as a genius, does not plan ahead when fighting the Kryptonians, despite warfare literally being aired on TV. He somehow missed that their structures had shields, which again would have been evident if he watched the military fighting back on TV. Then we have the Wonder Woman cameo. She saves Affleck's Batman from Falcone's thugs, and if she wasn't there, half of Gotham would have been wiped out and Batman would have passed away like his parents. This has to be the worst send-off for the DCEU Batman, which again, I blame the writing. But like I said, there were some good Batman scenes in the film.
Bruce Wayne's talk with Barry Allen about time traveling and knowing he was going to alter time despite their talk was a well-written scene that will stand the test of time. I also loved the scene where Batman confronted and defeated Soviet Union guards when infiltrating their base. A lot of that credit definitely goes to the fight choreographer and director, but I am sure Christina Hodson had a role in that scene being as awesome as it was. I actually defend The Flash more than a lot of other fans and believe many of the issues was with the often surreal and unfinished CGI, as well as the disjointed ending that was changed by the studios multiple times. But we're talking Batman, so for this video, we're focusing in on her writing around the character. The DCU Batman has not been cast yet despite some rumors, and Chris Pratt confirmed he put his hat in the ring, but was denied like your mom at the local pub. He said he texted a photo of him wearing the Batman cowl, to which James responded by saying, ha ha ha, ouch. That's like asking out a girl and her responding by saying she appreciates the joke and needed a pick-me-up. Jason Momoa's Lobo has been all over like ice at a Cinco de Mayo parade. An image I upscaled from the trailer has gone viral, being picked up across the internet, which you may have seen already. I recovered the detail, fixed the lighting so fans can truly see the main man in his full glory. You can see other upscales I did as well that highlight his full design. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Now, some critics have said that there has been major backlash over the design, that it doesn't feel right, it's not what they imagined, and that Jason Momoa isn't at the physical shape he once was and needs to be for this role. So I made a poll where over 20,000 movie enthusiasts voted in. 67% said they love it and give it a perfect score, while 22% said it's cool, 8 out of 10. Only 7% said they are not a fan, and this is why you have to remember a few loud people on X, formerly known as Twitter, is not representative of the greater populace, rarely ever. Sadly, Jason Momoa did confirm that plans for Lobo after Supergirl have not been discussed with him. I only know Lobo's in this one, and so we'll see what the future of all that holds. I would love for his own thing to be coming out. That very well could mean that the studios are waiting to see how Supergirl performs in the box office.
It was recently confirmed that Andy Muschietti was still the director for Batman Brave and the Bold, but after the wild success of Welcome to Derry, he's been pitched many projects and may move on from directing this movie. This means they would need a new director, and according to Industry Insider, it might be James Gunn. And this is why he's defending Christina Hodson, who may be also writing the movie he might direct, who is unofficially confirmed to be writing the next DCU Batman movie. Now, one thing you have to remember is that Jeff Snyder openly does not like James Gunn. So don't put it past him to push out news that makes him look bad, because let's be honest, as of right now, it's not being received that well online. Who would you rather see direct Batman Brave and the Bold? James Gunn or Andy Muschietti? Let me know in the comments. What's interesting about James Gunn is, if past statements are still reflective of what he believes in, he was not a fan of Batman 89, and he didn't really think Batman Begins was a good movie. However, believing that it's a better movie than Tim Burton's direction.
And there you have it. A lot is going on under the Warner Brothers Discovery, DC Studios, and DC Universe world. I will continue to provide the major highlights, the major stories, and analysis of what's true, what's untrue, and what to expect for the future. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video.